Hello there everyone, and welcome back. We had some good matches there last episode, although it has left me in a bit of an odd spot here. Despite my best attempts to keep my ships alive, we're looking at one heavily damaged and 3 ships destroyed, so... one of which, 3 of them are about to come back up their next match, but it is a little bit awkward, so I think I'm going to have to resort to repairing one of these. I kind of would like to repair my level 3, but that would mean I would have to repair it twice, so I don't think I'm going to do that. Just so that way I have a bit of a standing force here, and we unlocked our level 5. So I have access to my Battlecruiser and what some ships they are. Not only are they just straight up better with the extra pulsars included, despite the rough time I've been having with my current cruisers, they actually have 800 health, which is quite significant considering the fragile state of Eldar. Who would have thought there? Nonetheless, I am looking forward to adding that to my fleet because, quite frankly, I think those are the core ships that Eldar use as their backbone. At least in my experience from witnessing Eldar, especially early on, they seem to forsake their Auroras and cruisers almost entirely and just go straight for the Battlecruisers and the battleships. So I'm looking forward to start fielding them to my fleet and hopefully have some good luck with them. We shall see. Alright, this is going to be rough for me, I think. We're fighting some Princess Ponypan. Oh god, that's just going to be embarrassing from losing this fight, I think, just with a name like that. But this is going to be awkward on top of the fact that it's probably a level 8 fleet, maybe? Possibly level 7? Either way, this is not comfortable. Especially with a defender on a breakthrough, which isn't too terrible. It depends if he's using Novacans or not. So, is the Shadow good for this? The torpedoes will be damn good, but now I'm kind of worried about the, again, Novacans and the macro batteries, because the Hemlocks did not last very long in that exchange. And the control for my other ships is going to be a little tricky, so this is kind of excessive. Needlessly excessive, but with my low number of ships, I got little option. But if there's nothing I learned from my exchange with the Imperial Navy last time, it means that I probably should seriously consider staying on their prow the best I can. If I have the mobility just to avoid getting rammed, at least. It's gonna work well for the Hemlocks, at least. Because they have the speed to make it impossible for a cruiser to ram them, because they, what is it? I was going to say 338, but I think that's actually my, that's my, like, 55-point frigate. The Hemlocks, I think, actually go faster than that, so they should theoretically never get hit, so long as I'm good about my controlling. The hard part is making sure I can control them properly. That's something I'm going to need to work out, so I think what I do is have like multiple strike wings maybe, so that way they can kind of dance in and out, and that way they're not clumping up, kind of like what happened with my 4 Auroras when I fought against Crooked, is that they actually were so close to each other, since they were all trying to attack the same ship, they actually intruded on each other's movement and thoroughly just stopped moving altogether. Not a thing I'm fond of, but if he has Novacans, this is going to suck. At least a little bit. Well, really, if he has more than 1 Novacans, that's gonna suck. Come on. I know there's a glitch there, so I'm not flying to that Novacan area. We'll get on moving. Get on moving. Controlling this is gonna be difficult, but the burst potential will be ridiculous if I can pull it off. With 3 torpedoes and all that there.
Moving to that location.
Let's see. Can I dodge? Well, I could kind of dodge nicely, but everything else, not so much. And he does have... Damn it, torpedoes are hitting my poor frigates, so this is not working well for that regard alone. So, I know he has Novacans, so that sounds like a Mars. Now, which one is the one with the the supercharged void shield, because he's just ruining my day a little bit here. And that's the one with the supercharged void shield? Nope. Its shields just died, so... Come on, stop rebelling on me. Don't think this is going to get on out. Yeah, this is a horrible mess of control, especially with level 10 ships. And can't quite get in there very effectively. This is going to be the really hard part, trying to deal with multiple potential Nova Cannons, although really he only has one Nova Cannon. Can I hit with torpedoes? Let's see, those torpedoes should hit there. More torpedo hits. I lost my prow, but at least one cruiser's gone. So if nothing else, I am putting a serious effort in, if only vaguely. I think the priority though is keeping these ships alive. I need to keep these ships alive somehow. Especially with my frigates kind of losing control of themselves here, so... I at least don't take the 100 point the 200 point damage, but I still take 100 points. Now, torpedoes are coming back up. We got a Gothic in the rear, so that's not going to be too terribly scary, but my cruiser's not in a good position to contribute. Alright, I have no torpedoes on this thing, so it cannot even do an attack run. Cruiser's gonna have to go at a different angle and see about an attack. Nope, damn it. I was stupid. I haphazardly did that charge attempt because I thought I had false maneuvers up, so that was my mistake there. That was my mistake. I'm willing to admit it. And just to preserve my ships, I do think I want to get on out. Even though I could do more damage, the repairs are more valuable to me. Although killing... I heard Nova Can, where is it? Now I lost my train of thought trying to panic for finding that dang Nova Can shot. Either way, the burst potential is real if I can control my ships properly. Although, maybe that was not the best set for me. It was awkward with all the frigates, needless to say. And, again, they were dying so easily. Probably due to lack of control. This is something that I'm going to have to learn relatively quickly due to the accelerated nature of my admiral levels, so... Of course, extra 90 points doesn't help it that matter too much. But at least I killed the light cruiser effectively, and I was hoping to do a lot of damage to that cruiser, but I messed up horribly. I thought it was the other one that used the false maneuver at the spur of the moment. So when I dived in there for torpedoes, I thought I had an escape plan. That was my fault there. I could have drawn it out actually, since he still had to kill all the other beacons, so it's not like he could have rushed through to victory that easily. But we have this thing leveled up. It's still a question, what do I want to do with it there? It still has yet to find its niche, but I am contemplating tempted to get the Blessing of Fall, because at least then its damage potential will be ridiculous if it can somehow get on the rear of a ship. Originally though, I got this ship to kind of be like the shield, the one to take all the hits for my Auroras, but when I potentially get my Battlecruisers, that will no longer be the case. So, if it can get in the rear, that could be useful, but still, this is an awkward ship to field. At least in comparison with the Auroras, because they're so easy to just pulsar and then dive out. This requires constant attention to get value. So, I don't really know much alternative aside from maybe enhancing the brace for impact with the affinity circuits. That's the only other thing I can think of. At least cut down the downtime quite a bit, because the 95 armor is still no joke if I can get full value out of it and use it to draw fire for my Auroras in the case like Imperial Navy with all their broadside cannons. Because sure, I can keep times on like a single overlord or a single dominator with their macro cans, but when there's like 3 or 4 of them, that's easier said than done. Needless to say, that's going to take a lot of gameplay and a lot of experience if I want to try and hit windows where his weapons aren't even reloaded just yet. In the end though, I at least only lost 1 ship and I got like everything else repaired as a bonus. Alright, we got ourselves something a little bit different now. We are fighting chaos, 600 point battle, so we're actually on even footing, maybe? Actually, yeah, we should be even footing, because otherwise I should be the one getting the bonus points from this. Although, my fleet isn't exactly the most, what is it, fleshed out there. I got a little bit of awkward ships to field in. So I got a Shadow, its torpedoes actually could be pretty good, and actually with 50 armor all around the Chaos ships, it can do a notable amount of damage. Again, it requires it to be on them constantly for that to be worthwhile, as it were. And I don't think I want to, well, I can actually feel the Kurnos pattern as well. Is that what I want though? Bombers could be useful against the Stig, but it's not going to contribute a whole lot there if it's strictly on defensive duty. If it can get a bomber round in, that can do a lot of burst damage in a hurry at least. Ooh, and I do get 2 hemlocks. I am honestly a little uncomfortable with this top heaviness, since these are all my cruisers I currently have, but gotta make do with what I can. If this helps me with my control, makes it a little more simplified, maybe I'm in good shape still. So long as I don't go ramming him, that'll be fine. Oh, and I forgot it was data recovery, and he does have what looks like to be a cruiser of some sort. So he did not infest in his admiral ship anyway, being the Battlecruiser. Yeah, he has access to a Battlecruiser if he's same level as me, so that is a possibility. Now, how am I going to engage, though? We have the Kurnos pattern in the middle to help deal with, like, bombers, at least. Because we know for a fact he has at least 1 ship with that. We're going to have the regular Shadow take point. This Kurnos pattern is going to try and hang back and possibly look for a window to start shooting. And other than that, we're going to try and do some damage. Probably want to focus on killing one of his ships, especially the one with the data, so that way I don't have to waste a boarding attempt to grab it. And it's probably safer that way too, to be honest. Also, let's see, is my boarding actions, they are set to autocast. I need to be very careful of that. I should actually turn that off, considering the mission type. And thankfully this makes it convenient for me because it'll automatically turn back on for the next mission. It's probably more efficient just to leave that on autocast, because with all the micromanaging I'm going to have to do with these bigger point battles, I'm going to be hard pressed to get the boardings out as well for maximum damage potential. But we do have 3 fighter waves, 2 of which are upgraded. I don't know honestly if the Dark Star Squad actually can benefit from the extra training, or if they even have the basic dodge evasion. And he has a good number of frigates. He's got a lot of infidels. Is it infidels? I don't know what they're called. Although it just means he probably doesn't have the ships to field, which works well for me then. I can happily deal with that. Oh, and the first one I find is a cruiser. This is my lucky day, I guess. Can I hit him? I missed the torpedoes. Damn it, and that one was too close. Amazing whiff of torpedo run. Now, for some reason it doesn't want me to attack the ship. I don't know why. Things was a little bit awkward there for some reason, because I was trying to attack with my hemlocks. It wasn't doing it. And I don't take kindly to it. It's throwing me off my game really quickly. Brace for impact on this. Get the Auroras back in. And I actually have more torpedoes available, so I should use them. Preferably with the actual hit. He's going to try and attempt to ram. He did get the hit there, but he did board. Can I at least kill this one cruiser? If nothing else, I want to keep my ships alive. And I actually want to kill these frigates, because that's kind of his strength right now, isn't it? No, he has some ships there. He has some real ships there, with like 3 cruisers. So maybe I shouldn't have burnt all of them. But with these frigates dying to bombers, it'll make my life a little bit simpler. I have 70 seconds though. So let's try and go after the Hellbringer. Or not the Hellbringer, but the Devastation. Okay, Hemlock's gone. And there's a window here to kill some frigates, so maybe... Well, let's see, do I even have a boarding attempt? I don't have any boarding attempt yet. That's the big thing to note.
Yes, Commander.
As much as I hate feeling like I'm forfeiting this match, I do want to keep my ships preserved. And both my pulsars are gone for my 1 Aurora, so that's not promising either. So he's going to try and ram me. That was a bad attempt. Come on. I have a lightning strike available. Don't ruin me like this. And both my frigates are gone. I did kill at least 1 cruiser. Now, can I have it. Am I able? No, I lost the deck too, so I can't even use my Maelstrom. If I could kill the frigate, that'd be nice. Oh, I should have silent run. No, I can't silent run. What am I saying? I was going to silent run maybe to hide this thing, but that's probably not a good idea, considering he could still see the ship.
Yes, Commander. We obey.
Yeah, he's going to lightning strike at the last moment, I think. No, wow, he let me have it. He actually let me have it. Did we seriously have a battle that none of my ships died? I'm a little bit shocked. Maybe it was on cooldown. Because he was boarding my ships there aggressively, or he had them on auto-cast. So, the main thing I was worried about at the start of the match may have very well cost me, or at least cost him the victory. I'm going to assume anyway. But all my ships are intact. We have no lost in warp effect. I could not ask for a better result. Oh my god. I could be happy about that outcome. At the very least. Now all my ships, almost all my ships are back in order. And as much as I love to get the Battlecruiser, do I want to throw on a 4th favor to finish off with my Auroras? I think I save up for the Battlecruiser if I were to be honest. Just so I have more ships for these higher point battles, and a really damn solid ship at that. It's going to be the spearhead of all my fleets, I think, at least until it gets destroyed. Although it's a question of which variant I should take. As much as I am enjoying using the torpedoes, because they are doing work when I hit with them, not so much when I'm missing horribly, so I probably plan on getting 1 of each though, of the Battlecruiser variants. I forget what it's called though off the top of my head. The Eclipse, I think. So, it really comes down to whether I want to get the torpedo variant first or the bomber one.